Good afternoon, it's time. It's time for another NFL Bucky's Melody. This is your host, Mike C., and of course, star of the show, as always and forever, infinity and beyond. It's Bucky. Say hi, Bucky. Bucky says hi. Well, the end of the season is upon us, NFL season, and some great games were played yesterday. I don't know if it was the best game, but the game that I watched was the Lions beat the Minnesota Vikings 30-20. And there was some big moments, big touchdowns, and the Vikings came back, and the Lions would, score another touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown had a big game. Gibbs had a very good game. Defense played pretty well. Anyway, they won. That's the important thing. They finished with they won the NFC North because they did that the week before. But they didn't get the number 2 seed because the Cowboys won. But they got the number 3 seed. And what that means is, Bucky, what's in front of you today? Bucky's got one of my old NFL magazine covers with Matthew Stafford on it. Why? Stafford's not on the Lions anymore. He's on the Rams. Because the Detroit Lions are playing the LA Rams in the first round of the wild card playoffs, super wild card, I think they're calling it, in Detroit. The first time they were hosting a playoff game since 2013, I believe it was. And they're favored by 3.5 points. And a lot of revenge going on. I mean, it couldn't have worked out any better. Lions got this because the Cowboys won last week and this week. So they got Stafford coming back to Detroit. Revenge there, I guess. He wanted to be traded, so the Lions, did him a favor and traded to the Rams, and they won a Super Bowl, so they can't complain about that. And Lions got, multiple picks for that. So it's all good. You got Jared Goff, revenge for the Rams for trading him and basically getting rid of him. And, against the coach, and it's a great subplot. But when it comes down to it, Stafford's not on the team anymore. It's his Goff's team. And the Lions, I'm sure they'll give him a great ovation, but he's the enemy now. I love Matthew Stafford. I think, my favorite quarterback. But he's the enemy right now, so Lions have to win this game. So I'm looking forward to it. It'll be, this Sunday. I think it's the night game. It's 7 o'clock, I believe, our time. So we shall see. But it's an exciting time. NFL wanted it. And so we'll see what happens. I just knocked the shot off there, Bucky. There we go. I'm moving around, so there we go. So, I don't want him to get injured, but I want him to throw 4 interceptions because, the Rams already won their Super Bowl. I don't worry about that anymore. It's the Lions. And this is the Lions' best, maybe ever, chance at a Super Bowl. As they win it, but just, to get into it. Because a lot of teams, especially in the NFC, they're good. They're not great. There's not a super team this year. Ravens are close, but, they can be beaten too. Cowboys can be beaten. The 49ers can be beaten. This is the Lions' chance. This is the Lions' year. And their secondary, oh my God, they did not play well against the Vikings. Their secondary. Jefferson got 118 yards or something like that. So you have to tighten that up. The worst news is that Sam Laporta got injured, a knee injury. So he's not going to play. He might not play next week if they win. It's not serious, but it's bad enough. So they're short on tight ends. They should sign another tight end. Zach Ertz has been mentioned. He has ties with I think it's either the offensive coach, coordinator, something like that, but there's a tie there. So we'll see if they sign him. They need somebody else. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully they make a move and take advantage of this opportunity. Right now it's snowing out and it's kind of icky outside. It's a little, that's why it's warm, but it's not enough for the snow to really pile. It's pretty slushy outside. I was just outside getting the mail, so it's kind of icky out. But you can come here for a weather report. Also in the finals, I had three. I had many, more than that in the actual finals, but I won three of my finals of fantasy football. And I will give you the stats on that. The first team to win was called Monster Mash. It was 11-3, and they finished first. The second was Killer Pizza, also finished 11-3, finished first. And Zombie Ducks, old school Bucky, they're 10-4, and they finished first. Now, my team with the best record was 12-2, and they finished second. So that's what happens. But I finished first three times, and very happy with that. And one was a little closer than I'd like, but in the end, doesn't matter. So 3 wins. See if I can get a printout, add to my collection. And so that's it for fantasy football. Some good games coming up. Chiefs play the Dolphins, so I talked to my brother. And Chiefs are 0-3 against the Fish, so kind of squished the Fish here. Some other good matchups. Congratulations to all the teams that made the playoffs. And the Texans had a great season. The Browns are in it. So there's some new blood in there, which is fantastic. The Packers won. Packers beat the Bears, and they get the Cowboys, so that should be a good game. That's old school too, Bucky. And so we'll see what happens. And we'll know more, obviously, next week. So next Monday, we'll have the results of the Lions' hopefully playoff win against the Rams. But great storyline, and I'm glad they're playing them. Kind of close the book on Stafford. Now the Rams do play them next year. I'm not sure if it's in Detroit. I think it's in Detroit. But because the schedule came out as far as who plays who, not where all the time, or the times. But so I know the Lions play the Rams. Pretty favorable, schedule next year. They do play Cowboys and 49ers and the Rams, like I mentioned. But and of course the in division teams, obviously. But the other teams didn't look that difficult, so we'll see what happens, obviously. But the top 18 teams are, as far as draft order is set, and the Bears got the number one because the Panthers are just dumpster fire. Will they stick with their quarterback, or they move on? It's a huge hit in the financial, as far as like 30+ million or something like that if they keep Justin Fields. So that's news to come, and we'll keep you close on that. But the Patriots, they still as of yet have not fired Bill Belichick. There was a couple head coaches fired. What was it, like 1201? I can't remember if that was which team that was, but they got rid of there's new teams, the Texans, or not Texans. I can't remember the teams now. Falcons, I think, were one of them. The Panthers, obviously, but there's probably more to come. And there's some before, so we'll see if the Raiders switch head coaches. They call it Black Monday, but it happens throughout the season now. But we lost a couple, so we'll probably get a couple more. And the Jets maybe, the Bears might. I don't think they will. But so it's an interesting time of year. Otherwise than that, Bucky, not too much else to report. Pretty much staying inside today. Carl got the day off because they closed everything because Nebraska's like pretty wussy as far as that goes. Last week's video was, last time I checked, it was at 10, which is pretty good for me. And hopefully this one will do a little better, but it's okay. But I think that's about it, Bucky. So congrats to the Lions and other teams that made the playoffs, and it'll be an exciting game. I can't wait for it to start. And it's 7 o'clock at our time, and it should be a great game. And it'll be interesting to see how I know they'll give Stafford a great round of applause, but he is the enemy, like I said. And so it's pretty easy to pick a prop for Bucky's Mail Day. All right, So for Mike Scene, of course, Star Show, as always, it's Bucky. Say bye, Bucky. Bucky says bye. And take care, stay warm, and be safe, everybody. All right, bye.